Resource mobilization and building capacity to stem the tide of corruption in Nigeria is on the front burner of discussions at the launch of the Abuja Municipal Area Council Anti-Corruption Strategy and Action Plan. The one-year plan is expected to help guide and promote civil society engagement, public service and anti-corruption agency participation in the fight against corruption. Kemi Balogun reports.
Since 2015, the fight against corruption has been a constant for this present administration. Yet, in the most recent Corruption Perception Index, Nigeria's 2020 rating by Transparency International stood at 25 points out of 100, making the country rank 149 out of 180 countries. Due to this, the Abuja Area Council, with help from civil society, is working to find practical solutions towards confronting this growing monster through the launch of the Anti-Corruption Strategy and Action Plan of 2021 to 2022.
Since our coming into office, we've been trying to see how best we can, stem the tide by, reducing the ugly trend in the society, which is corruption, that is killing everyone, and militating against, of course, delivery of service to the people.
There are challenges, right, because of sometimes the fact that there's not much attention that is paid to the area council. Most of the calls for transparency and accountability are at the state level or even the federal level, but not too many people hold the area council accountable. So because of that, there are a lot of things that have been happening that people don't know about. The idea of this was to be able to pull out and identify those areas and then work with AMAC to see how we can provide solutions to change those things. So what are some steps, what are some actions that can be taken to reduce the level or the vulnerability to corruption for those particular services?
The push is to introduce better transparency and accountability parameters and systems in order to curtail all forms of corruption, including within the civil service.
Civil society organization must work closely with champions in government to identify the civil servants that are undermining the rule of law and democratic principles while propagating corruption, and ensure that they're prosecuted and put behind bars. I believe if we show example with these people, other civil servants would learn from this trade and do good rather than continue to do bad.
Although some strides have been made in the fight against corruption, experts still say it remains one of the main spoilers of Nigeria achieving the 2030 agenda for the Sustainable Development Goals. The federal government's aspiration of lifting more than 100 million Nigerians out of poverty within the next 10 years continues to dwindle and seem unachievable due to the massive rate of corruption. Kemi Balogun, TVC News, Abuja.